So it says right here that Wizkid, Burna Boy, Davido drive Afrobeat rivalry via Instagram and Spotify milestones. It's still what I always say. The comparison is what keeps the show business alive. We have the big three, the so-called big three. I think I was watching a video where DJ Tunes asked a particular guest, and he asked why Olamide, or should Olamide be in the discussion of the big three. And I think I'll play that video maybe tomorrow. I'll work on that video and post it. And the comparison keeps coming up and up. Everybody has who they call their big three. A lot of people will tell you that, man, maybe the Davido, Wizkid, Burna comparison was a long time ago, but right now you have to put Kiss Daniel in the big three. You have to put Ashake in the big three and all of that, things like that. And so that's that. This one again, and this so-called big three again are here stirring the pots now. And guess what now? They are making comparison on Instagram followers. And it's funny that although Wizkid right here already has 30.7 million followers, and I think that the comparison here, Davido already has 30.7 million followers on Instagram. I think the comparison here is about Burna Boy recently surpassing Wizkid, who was formerly at 18.3 million Instagram followers, while Burna Boy, follows at 18.4 million followers. And now again, everyone is here debating, saying, Burna Boy surpasses Wizkid and all of that. When we start to put these things, I think that these followers of 18 is not something that I can ever take serious. Why I say so is because if you understand how these things go, you will know that followers can be artificially created, can be artificially increased. We already know these things. So I do not think that 18.3, 18.4, 30.7 means anything. Yes, personally. Now, why I say so is this: when you come down now, you see right here it says that Wizkid enters top 300 most streamed artists of all time at 300, the only African artist on the list. So now we have someone who is 18.3 million. We have Burna Boy, who is 18.4 million. We have Davido, who is 30.7 million. But then Wizkid, who is the lowest among the three of them, 18.3 million followers, is now the only African artist on the list of the top 300 most streamed artists of all time on Spotify. So what does that tell you? Again, I think the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef showed us that even Spotify itself, the figures itself can also be artificially increased, either through streaming farms, or even based on the executives themselves who can, boost the figures later on. They balance it up. So these figures, at the end of the day, show business is show business. That's why they call it show business. It is what they show you, not what is really, really happening. And so these numbers are not big deal to me. But then, since they always pop up in conversations, we have no choice to find ourselves having it. And so it reads here, updated 2 hours ago, that in 2025, Nigeria Afrobeat star Wizkid, Burna Boy, and Davido are driving fan rivalries through social media and streaming metrics, with Burna Boy recently surpassing Wizkid's 18.3 million Instagram followers at 18.4 million, while Davido leads at 30.7 million. Wizkid's album Morayo has exceeded 410 million Spotify streams and entered the platform's top 300 most streamed artists as the only African entry, alongside Davido's dominance in Nigeria's top songs for the year's first half and Burna Boy's consistent global releases. These achievements contribute to projections of Nigeria's entertainment industry growing to 13.6 billion by 2028, highlighting Afrobeat's expanding influence. So there you have it, Morayo, the Wizkid's album, 410 million Spotify streams already. And Wizkid, like I said, is already the only African artist who is on the top 300 most streamed artists of all time on Spotify. Someone here says that 18.4 million followers, but you can't get half of Wizkid's engagement on same app. Both now water. So it's implying that this right here is saying probably most of the so-called whatever it is that we are talking about, the followers, could be both, it may not really be real, like I said. And so here you are seeing the numbers right here. Wizkid on 18.3 million followers, and Burna Boy 18.4 million followers, and Davido 30.7 million followers. And so, Davido could be like, man, nobody comes close to me. Nobody come close to me. But by the time you start comparing on other media platforms, you still see that there are areas where Wizkid surpasses one and the other surpasses the other. But then it's just how it is, you see. Just like here, you already have fans already giving their takes. Everyone is just giving their take. This one said, this is so funny when you remember all the times Wizkid fans used to mock Burna Boy for having less followers on IG. And so it is saying that for Burna Boy or for his fans, claiming that, oh, Burna Boy has surpassed Wizkid, it should actually be a big deal, because once upon a time, Wizkid fans used to mock Burna Boy for having low followers or very, very very funny amount of followers on Instagram. So now that he has a very reasonable amount of followers on Instagram, it should be worth talking about. So, everyone with their different takes right here. And yes, this one is saying the African giant, aka Odogu, aka El Major, aka Big 7 PR. Everyone, is giving a shout out to whoever it is they support. I love these three artists because they have done a lot for Afrobeats. And yes, it's what really matters to me. Even though I'm the one I'm supposed to stir up the gossip. No, I really love these artists. They are dope artists. And the discussion of the 18.3, 18.4, honestly, when we dig deeper, it may not really be what it really is. So I'll just leave it at that. I just thought I should bring it up to you so you see for yourself. And yeah, whatever it is you have to say, I'll be listening right in the comment section. I'll be checking it out. Of course, I always reply. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Keep hitting the like button. The like button is important. It helps the channel, it fuels it. And yes, hit the notification bell just so when I drop, you get alerted, okay? And if you're on Facebook, just give me a follow. I really appreciate that. So that's it from Great Dave today. Great Dave Entertainment Vlog. As always, I bring it to you like it's nothing. And for now, I'm out.